I went 50 days without consuming caffeine, and in those 50 days, I've maintained straight A's in every single one of my class. I've got a new job that would help me further my marketing skills, and I am more productive than I've ever been. And so I stopped and started consuming coffee again. You might be wondering why I'm drinking coffee again if I just listed all these lists of benefits. Like, okay, you're so much more productive, so why would you go back? Especially if you're also trying to quit caffeine and you're just confused, like, why would somebody do that if they're trying to quit? There's actually two reasons. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The first reason is because I am terrified of relapsing again. It sounds like a weird reason why I would start drinking caffeine just so I could relapse on it and then tell you that I'm scared of relapse. The reason why I'm scared is because every single time I've gotten on a streak of caffeine, like with no drinking caffeine, I would end up relapsing like a month later, 2 months later. And so to make sure that I'm not going to do that this time, I've decided to document the process. It's time to hold myself accountable so that if you guys see my videos, you guys start acting, you guys can see if I'm acting funny. By the way, if you're also passionate about quitting caffeine, telling people to get off of caffeine, subscribe and leave a comment. It'll help the algorithm push my videos so we can spread this message together. I want to be able to document this entire process because I would have loved to watch somebody quit caffeine from day one. If I had someone to look up to who was quitting caffeine alongside with me, it would have made me feel so much more motivated knowing that, okay, I'm trying to quit caffeine. I'm struggling to quit caffeine, but there's just some other dude on YouTube who is also quitting caffeine and documenting the entire process. And it will put me at ease knowing I'm not the only one. I would have loved to have this channel 50 days ago. I would have loved to have this channel when I tried quitting 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And it frustrates me that there are basically no other channels who are promoting caffeine abstinence, because you go on YouTube and search up quitting caffeine, the benefits of quitting caffeine, and you see people listing videos about, I quit caffeine for 6 months, this is how I felt. I quit caffeine for a year, this is how I felt. Then they go back to it, acting as if nothing happened. But I want to make this a lifestyle because I believe that there is so much energy, there is so much productivity that is inside of us, inside of you, that you won't be able to see unless you give up caffeine for a good amount of time. I'm waging war on caffeine because caffeine is like the golden child of drugs. Every single drug is demonized except for caffeine, which doesn't make sense because it's also a drug. It's also messing with your brain chemistry and your metabolic system, but no one wants to look at that. Everyone will disregard everything negative about caffeine because it gives them more energy to make them more productive. Do you realize that whenever someone's tired in the morning, they don't say that I need more sleep, which is like the obvious thing. I need to drink more water to hydrate myself, like the obvious thing. No, they'll be like, I need coffee. Yeah, I didn't have my morning coffee, so I'm tired. Like we've associated tiredness with caffeine, which I think is absolutely ridiculous because you don't see anyone who is anxious saying, yeah, I didn't have my alcohol today. That's why I'm feeling like socially awkward and I can't talk to people. I'm not stressed out. I just haven't had weed today. It's ridiculous when you put it in context with these other drugs, but when you're tired and you say that you haven't had caffeine today, everyone's like, yeah, I get it, which I think absolutely makes no sense. So I want to bring an end to that. I am so tired of people pedestalizing caffeine, coffee, energy drinks, matcha, acting as if you cannot be productive without this, but you can, and you actually can be more productive without it, but just we can't even see that in ourselves unless we've given it up for a while. Does it suck? Yes, of course, because what drug withdrawal feels good? There is going to be this transition phase that is everything is just going to suck. Like you feel tired, you feel irritable, you feel upset. Everything just sucks, but you gotta deal with it because you need to go through that to unlock your productivity, to unlock peace of mind, which is why I'm starting from day one instead of starting from like day 60 or day 70. The reason why I started drinking caffeine again was because I want to put myself in that position to understand like what it's like to be addicted to caffeine again. Because every single time I've quit caffeine, I've never documented how I'm feeling, how like my mental state is, how my productivity is. I just kind of went along with it and just hope for the best. This time I'm doing it differently. This time I'm actually documenting everything. I'm writing down how I'm feeling, and I'm making these videos for you guys so that you can watch along with me and you can join me on this journey. I could have easily just said, yeah, I'm on day 60 right now, guys. I didn't quit caffeine I didn't start drinking caffeine at all. Like that last 30 days, yeah, absolutely. I've also been off of caffeine, and I could sell that lie to you like all these other YouTubers will sell to you just so they can make a profit off of YouTube. But I don't want to be doing that. I want to give you my most authentic self. You'd be surprised just how many people say they've quit something, but they're actually doing it behind the scenes, and they won't tell their audience about it because they don't want to break this image that they've created for themselves, where they are sober from alcohol, or they're sober from weed, or they're sober from watching pornography. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be one of those. So I'm being upfront and honest that yes, I went 50 days without drinking coffee, without taking energy drinks. It absolutely sucked. Did I want to go back? No, but I want to put myself back in the position of you guys so that I can help you the best that I can, because I am genuinely passionate about ending caffeine addictions in people. These videos aren't just to get views. These videos are to change lives. This isn't just the anti-caffeine movement. This is a revolution, and I'll see you in the next video.